Number 25. The Atacama Desert in Chile and Peru. Considered the driest place in the world, the Atacama Desert averages 4 years of rain every 1,000 years. Its temperatures can be pretty extreme too, ranging from well below freezing at night to extremely hot during the day. Over 1 million people call it home though, and most of them work in the local copper mines. Number 24. Verkhoyansk Russia. The oldest city above the Arctic Circle, about 1,500 people live in this freezing metropolis that was once used as a place of exile by both the Tsars and the Soviets. Number 23. Mount Merapi, Indonesia. Nicknamed Fire Mountain, Mount Merapi is always smoldering, and in the past 500 years it's erupted 60 times. This, however, doesn't stop nearly 250,000 people from living in the fertile soil right beneath its shadow. Number 22. Lake Kivu, Democratic Republic of the Congo. Deep below the surface of this lake are several trillion cubic feet of methane and carbon dioxide gas. If released, over 2 million lives would be in danger. Number 21. The Pitcairn Islands. Sometimes called the smallest democracy on Earth, this tiny nation of only 50 people is descended from 9 families related to the famous bounty mutineers. It has no harbor and no airstrip, so you better have a canoe if you want to get here. They do have high-speed internet though, so pack your smartphone. Number 20. Cook, Australia. Home to only 4 people, this used to be a railway station where trains could refuel on what is the longest stretch of straight track on Earth. As times have changed, only 4 people are left living here, and unfortunately they have to ship all of their food and water in because nothing grows or even lives in the region. Number 19. Minqin County, China. With a rapidly increasing population that has sucked up the only river in the region, 2 deserts that are gradually closing in, and only 60 square miles of fertile land left, this place does not have a hopeful future. Number 18. La Rinconada, Peru. Located over 5 kilometers above sea level in the Peruvian Andes, it's known as the highest permanent settlement on Earth. The 30,000 people that live here work in the gold mine and many suffer from mercury poisoning. Strangely enough, they don't get paid for their work. They mine for 30 days and then on the 31st day, they're allowed to take as much ore out of the mine as they can carry. Remember though that ore doesn't necessarily contain gold. Number 17. Chernobyl, Ukraine. Ever since the nuclear reactor blew in 1986, this place has for the most part been evacuated. These days, however, workers are once again housed within the Chernobyl exclusion zone, although they're limited in the number of days per week that they can be there. Hopefully their jobs come with a good bit of hazard pay. Number 16. Linfen China. Found in the middle of China's coal belt, cities don't come much more polluted than this. Number 15. Pompeii, Italy. After being famously destroyed by a nearby volcano in 79 AD, people continue to inhabit the slopes of Pompeii, primarily due to its fertile soil. Although the place continues to be completely covered in lava every now and then, people still consider the risk to be worthwhile. Number 14. Socotra Island, Yemen. Known as the most alien-looking place on Earth, this Yemeni island is extremely isolated. In fact, a vast majority of its flora and fauna is found nowhere else on Earth. In spite of that, 40,000 people live here, and they have a grand total of 2 roads. Number 13. Barrow, Alaska. Famous for long polar nights and extremely cold temperatures, Barrow sits right on the shoreline of the Arctic Ocean. Number 12. Tristan da Cunha. Possibly the most remote inhabited place on Earth, Tristan is nearly 2,000 miles from South Africa. If you're thinking of moving, keep in mind that the residents aren't too friendly to outsiders. Immigration is actually prohibited. Number 11. Bajau, Laut, Philippines. Not really a place as much as it is a people, this indigenous ethnic group comes from the Philippines and many live their entire life on floating houses in the ocean. Number 10. Kifuka, Democratic Republic of the Congo. If you're afraid of lightning, you definitely don't want to live here. This village experiences constant thunderstorms and every square mile has on average 60 lightning strikes per year. Number 9. Meghalaya, India. This region in India is famous for its heavy rains and constant monsoons. The rain is so prevalent, in fact, that it's influenced the development of unique plant life, cultural traditions, and even the clothing of the locals. Number 8. Múli. This tiny village on the Faroe Islands has some of the most unpredictable weather imaginable. There's almost no vegetation or natural resources, and it goes without saying, but its 4 residents are extremely isolated. Number 7. Motuo, China. One of the hardest places to reach on Earth, the 10,000 residents of this valley have no road access to the outside world. The only way to get in is by taking a perilous hike through the mountains that can take up to a week. Number 6. Norilsk, Russia. The city brings together high levels of pollution from manufacturing with extreme levels of Siberian cold. Not a good combination. Number 5. Dalal, Ethiopia. Home to the lowest land volcano, some scorchingly hot temperatures that tend to stay above 40 degrees Celsius all year, and very little connectivity to the outside world apart from camels, there are no statistics on how many people actually live here, but for the most part, this mining town has been completely abandoned. Number 4. Laut, Peru. Nearly all of the children living in this polluted city have some degree of lead poisoning due to the large amount of smelting taking place. It has been repeatedly ranked as one of the world's most polluted areas. Number 3. Verkhoyansk Russia. With an average winter temperature that can easily reach negative 60 degrees Celsius or negative 80 degrees Fahrenheit, this place is known as the North Pole of Cold for a reason. The 500 residents have some unique problems, including pen ink that freezes in the winter. Number 2. Death Valley, United States. In the Western Hemisphere, you won't get any hotter than Death Valley. It holds the record at 57 degrees Celsius or 134 degrees Fahrenheit. And although American Indians inhabited the valley for over 1,000 years, these days the only signs of life is a small community at Furnace Creek. And number 1, Vostok Station in Antarctica. Located at the southern pole of cold in the middle of the East Antarctic ice sheet, there are numerous reasons why this place should not be inhabited. Not only does it hold the record for the lowest measured temperature on Earth at negative 89.2 degrees Celsius or about negative 128 degrees Fahrenheit, but there is also almost no moisture in the air. The average wind speed is about 18 kilometers or 11 miles per hour. There's very little oxygen because of its high elevation at 3,488 meters, and a polar night can last half of the year. Most researchers take months to acclimate and undergo numerous headaches, twitches, nosebleeds, vomiting, and other pains. If you liked the video you just saw, then feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel by using the orange button in the top right. And don't forget to go check out our website at list25.com for more awesome lists.